I thought that Final Fantasy XVI was the downfall of Final Fantasy, but the state of the play showed me it's just a new chapter for Final Fantasy. Over the course of the Final Fantasy series, we've had some variation of turn-based, ATB, or mixed action gameplay. Now, as time goes on, we've entered semi-full action with specials in 15, mixed action in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and now with Final Fantasy XVI, it looks like we're finally getting a full action Final Fantasy game that is often compared to Devil May Cry's combat. Many old fans are upset about this change of direction, and I understand their sentiment. I grew up with turn-based games. A lot of people grew up with turn-based games. I've played all the main staple of Final Fantasy, and I'm currently streaming a run-through all the way from 1 to 15, currently on 13. But something that hit home to me from the PAX East event was the director talking about how they grew up with turn-based games, just like their fans, how they created them themselves, and now after decades, they want to try making new things instead of repeating the same type of genre or gameplay style over and over and over. It weighs on them and leads to things not being as innovative as they were. Devs need to be passionate about their products, and forcing themselves to make turn-based games when it's not really what they want to do will cause those games to end up being a poor experience. And nobody wants a game that's a poor experience, which is why I believe that the passion that they have for creating these action-based games now, or this action-based staple in the series, will create a wonderful new game and will be the new chapter of action-based Final Fantasy game. During the PAX East event and the state of the play, I saw many aspects of the game that I'm definitely going to enjoy. They show the gear in the game that has many different slots and things that you can exchange, the enhancing of equipments that you already have, such as leveling them, or exploring the large skill tree that they will have in the game as well, which will allow for a variety of gameplay, and the many different accessibility options from accessories for people who may not be very adept at action games. Those can range from more time to dodge and turning it into a Q2E to press on the screen instead, giving you a lot more time rather than having to just time your dodge or get hit. You now see a prompt that will pop up in a circle that fills or empties where you hit square or whatever the button is going to be. There's a lot of new stuff like that in the game, whether it be for dodges or whether it be for auto attacks or whether it be to change one thing or one bit of gameplay in Final Fantasy 16. A lot of new stuff, and it feels really fresh compared to all the previous games. I personally think that we should all give it a chance. There are many different ways to enjoy the game. They thought of all of our plights and the problems that people may have in it with accessibility issues or not being good at action games, and added stuff into the game to make it easier for those people. Whether you are going to play on normal difficulty and find those accessories on your own to make it easier, or you can go on to the lower difficulty where it gives you those accessories immediately to not have to deal with the fast-paced action combat. This showed me that they're listening, that they thought of the people who are going to have problems with this. They wanted as many people to enjoy the game as possible, and they want all fans to try it, even if they're not good at action RPGs. There are a lot of games out there that people like to generalize, like calling something a corridor simulator or a walking sim or this, that, and the other. But I think that this is a time that you should take your preconceptions away and try something out new, because I do think that they thought of your plights. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.